We'll talk about our retail program a little bit just in case you guys are interested, because it is free. It is free, and you're very highly supported through this process. It is something that you decide when and how and the frequency and all that stuff. So, like, I'm not going to tell you, hey, can you go do CVS? I need you to be there on Wednesday from this time to this time. I'm not going to do that. So basically the conversation is, hey, I think I want to try retail. Okay, well, tell me where do you want to work? What's the strategy? What are your thoughts? So it depends on like what you're trying to accomplish. If you are trying to gain a certain territory, for example, I might give you some ideas on that. If you have a partnership with like a provider that's nearby, we can come up with some ideas for that kind of stuff. But you want to be intentional. You don't necessarily just want to sit at a CVS store. You need to, I always tell people, you can show up anywhere, and you can do or not do whatever you're there to, but for the most part, most people, what they don't do is set a goal for themselves when they go in to sit down at a CVS or whatever it is, right? Goals. A lot of times we can show up to places, we don't even have a goal of what we're trying to accomplish there. So by the time we leave, we probably haven't spoken to anybody or anything, right? I can tell you that I have seen brokers go from not getting anybody to stop and talk to them to having 73 permission of contacts by the time AEP comes around. We don't coach to doing retail during AEP. We don't think that's productive at all. We think people try to avoid you then. We actually coach for consistency during the lock-in period, because we want people to see you there on a consistent basis, right? So when we coach to retail, I always say, listen, it's up to you. You tell me when you're available, when you want to dedicate the time, and how long you want to be there every time. But we do coach to 6 months to a year of having a presence at one store in order to really get like the visibility and the connections that you would in order to make that like your store and make it be successful. There's a lot of people who build entire practices on doing this, but you have to be very intentional. You have to build the relationships with the store staff and be a resource, not only to the clients who come in and to the members, but also if the staff is backed up and you could help them by putting some stuff away, do it. If you can help some clients, find something, do that, right? Like, you want to be part of this team, and that's when you really become fruitful. This opportunity becomes fruitful for you. But just really quickly, if you ever decide, yes.
It was usually inside the store.
Inside the stores.
These
are all inside. I do partner with some CVSs where I work with the district managers as well. And we actually will partner with like an Oak Street Health, an Archwell, a Centerwell, and they will actually be there with the broker as well.
So and can we put up like a American flag and a veteran hat?
Absolutely, you can do that. And another thing that you should know is that we don't fly the Aetna flag when we do retail at CVS. The branding would be consistent with CVS, not with Aetna. So it even makes you look a little bit more like you belong there. I'd wear a red shirt probably, just to, again, feel like I'm part of that team, right? People are going to find some familiarity with you.
That's really good.
Yeah. So, and we let you borrow everything from the stand that you bring in to pull up to the giveaways. We do everything. So, and again, I mentioned that we don't tell you when, where, or anything. You can decide that you want to do it for 3 hours. You can decide that you want to do it for 1 hour. It's up to you, right? Okay. So first things.
Real quick, do you have any? Do you have access to any demographics as far as?
Sure, I'm going to show you some.
Okay.
Well, not okay. So
the
I'll talk to you.
That might be most
yeah, so those are kind of like, again, we coach to best practices, right? We the first thing that I coach to is you never want to show up to a retail event the day of your retail event and surprise the manager. That's the last thing you want to do, right? So you actually want to go even before you select the store. Like, you might say, you know what, there's a Centerwell down the street and there's a CVS down there and a CVS down there. You go to both CVSs and see which one is the friendliest manager, which one has the nicest staff that you resonate with, because you want to feel like you're going to be invited into that environment, right? And when you are invited, they will be supportive of you. Hey, did you stop by and see so and so? Stop by, or the pharmacist will direct people to you, that kind of thing, right? But again, consistency is key. You have to show up on a consistent basis. Your pharmacist is not going to be sending you leads if you only show up for a couple months and then you're gone and they don't see you. And we recommend 2 to 3 hours is probably the most that you want to. You don't even want to be there like a half day. Like 4 hours is probably too much. But we also coach to you, and I will go with you if you want me to. We go, we talk to the manager, we ask them, when's your busiest time? Is there ever a time when buses bring in seniors from certain communities, right? Is there a senior day that you guys have? What's the business that you know that you would recommend me to partner with here in the local